Congratulations to you, the class of 2020. Your graduation is a milestone representative of your academic achievements. The impact you make on improving the health of others in the future represents and validates the bedrock educational mission of UAMS. Your studies and your experiences prepare you for what lies ahead for you, and we are so proud of you. Thank you to the Division of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion for organizing this tribute to you. This class is diverse, and not just because you represent 5 colleges, a graduate school, and more than 70 programs. Your membership consists of a variety of races, ethnicities, and beliefs. Some of you worship on Fridays, some of you worship on Saturdays, some of you worship on Sundays, some of you don't worship at all. Each of you is also unique in the talents and abilities you possess and the way in which you approach problems in life. UAMS employees and students represent 89 different countries. That is a huge benefit to our university. Our differences don't separate us, but rather make us better as a whole. They also assist us in being more respectful of the differences of the people we serve from around the state and around the world. Likewise, your differences benefit you as you embark on your careers. Just as I hope you have learned from your professors at UAMS, you have no doubt learned from each other. We have certainly learned from you. This class is a microcosm of the bigger, diverse world in which you will be working. The world is changing, and healthcare won't look the same 10 months from now, much less 10 years from now. The future of healthcare is in your hands. We are counting on you.
And has been different. We have a lot of healthcare disparities, inequities, inequalities, social determinants of health that's been going on in our country and in other countries. But you need to know that these were not caused by the virus. The virus is just uncovering and exposing for the world to see some of the problems that we've had, and you will be responsible for learning to deal with all of those. And I hope you do, and I congratulate you for doing that. You'll have to deal with problems such as poverty, racism, sexism, classism, and other social determinants, but you'll learn to deal with those. You'll need to use multiple strategies, as will all the rest of us, our administrators, our politicians, our community leaders, the whole world will have to deal with all of these inequities, and we must learn to deal with them if we are ever going to conquer this virus. We can't let this virus conquer us. We've got to address those social inequities. We've got to learn to deal with the 4 R's. Things like respect, rights, responsibilities, rewards. We need to take actions that are impossible or possible for all humans to take if we want to live and survive in this world. These responsibilities, the 3 R's are, we've got to learn to make sure that we as humans, you'll have to learn to deal with success. We have to have that to survive. We've got to learn to deal with security. We've got to be secure. And last but not least, we must deal with the social significances. In the bill, we all must feel significant to make a real difference. So, as we think of the crisis that we're coming to deal with, we've got to think of what's our role and responsibilities. What rights do we owe others? We've got to take every opportunity we get if we want to conquer this virus. We can't conquer it with isolationism. We must conquer it with information and dealing with the problems. We've got to take every opportunity we get to make sure we become real leaders in this world. Leaders who will learn to listen, learn so we can lead and make a difference. Last but not least, we've got to educate and empower ourselves in the world. We know that we're much better together. And we must take this crisis that we have before us and take it as an opportunity, use it as an opportunity to make a difference. So as you graduates move to go out in this world to make a difference in the world, I hope that you will keep your eye on the prize. Make sure that you do what you need to do to make a difference, and look forward to everything you can to make a difference in the world.
Greetings to all. I am Eric Messias. I'm a professor of psychiatry. I want to congratulate all students graduating, and I have a special message to the Hispanic and Latino students. Estimados estudiantes y ahora colegas, soy el decano asociado de los profesores de la Facultad de Medicina y soy uno de los profesores latinos en UAMS. Estoy encantado en felicitarlos por sus logros y darles la bienvenida a esta profesión del cuidado de la salud. Recuerden que este logro es un logro compartido de muchos miembros de sus familias y sus comunidades que les apoyaron a lo largo de este camino. Espero que tengan esto en mente a medida que avancen en sus carreras durante el cuidado de los pacientes, las comunidades y ustedes mismos. Nosotros estamos muy orgullosos de usted. We are very proud of you all. Congratulations.
Congratulations to the class of 2020. We at Morehouse School of Medicine say welcome to the profession of making a difference. Some of you will get an MD degree, some a master's degree, some a Ph.D., some a PA degree. Whatever your degree is, know that we are so excited about how you are going to contribute to leading the creation and advancement of health equity. How do we know this? Because you're receiving your degree from the University of Arkansas Medical Center, and we know their commitment to changing the world. So again, congratulations to you, and we welcome you to our wonderful profession of caring.
I know that the graduates of Meharry Medical College have felt as though life has dealt them an unfair hand this year. They've worked very hard, looking forward to this graduation, to walking across the stage and celebrating with family and friends. But perhaps this is actually a test. It's a time for all of us to look around ourselves and evaluate what's really important. What do we really treasure? What are we really made of? We have to learn to see adversity as an opportunity, uncertainty as a challenge. During those chapters, we learn as much about ourselves as we do about whatever solutions we're able to achieve. Those lessons serve us well not only during this pandemic, but for the rest of our professional careers and personal lives. I know that a great many of our colleagues in the pandemic hot zones, like New York, have learned more about their own perseverance and grit than they ever wanted to find out. But at the end of this time, they will know the stuff they are made of and will walk tall knowing that they've been tried in the fire. And that's the lessons our graduates will take with them. The coronavirus has dealt them great inconveniences and lost moments, but they'll learn to persevere and face the next challenge head on. When our graduates walk into their residencies or laboratories, they can confidently look at those around them and say with assertiveness, "I'm ready. What's next?"
Warmest congratulations to the class of 2020 for reaching this remarkable milestone. And congratulations to your friends and family, your mentors and your colleagues who have been with you each and every step of the way to help you achieve this dream. Former President Barack Obama often talks about how we are all part of the great American story and how each of us has a chapter in this book. Class of 2020, you have already started writing your chapter. Your charge today is, as you move forward into the next phase of your life, how do you ensure that you have made a lasting and meaningful contribution? Will your contribution be lasting and meaningful, like that of Dr. Thomas Bond, who worked closely with Thomas Jefferson and Benjamin Franklin to establish America's first hospitals and to promulgate health equity policies that would benefit all groups? Or will it be like that of Dr. Rebecca Lee Crumpler, the first Black female physician in American history, who spent decades or in her entire life advocating for those for whom healthcare was not only out of reach, but out of sight? I want to encourage you as you move forward into your health careers that you remember to take an equity lens to all that is before you. I want to ask you to ensure that you continue and commit yourselves to tackling the drivers of health inequities in many communities across the country. And I hope that you will continue to aspire to be leaders in this health equity movement, pushing our nation to achieving a more healthy, equitable, and inclusive society. Congratulations again. I look forward to working with you in the future.
Hi, everybody. Donna Terrell from Fox 16 News here to say congratulations to all of you. What an incredible milestone you have reached. Who knew, though, that we would be doing all of this virtually? Who knew we'd be in the middle of a pandemic? And I know when you made the decision, when you selected your chosen fields, you didn't expect this. None of us did. But we appreciate the fact that you have come this far. This is a very interesting time, to say the least, for all of us. I want to tell you a little story and tell you why I think what you're doing is more important now than ever. 11 years ago, my daughter died from colon cancer. It was a prolonged illness. It went on for years. She was my only child. And certainly we went through some very, very difficult times. She was hospitalized so many times, but each time when we were in the trenches trying to get through it, the people who really made a difference, the people who definitely made a difference were the doctors and nurses and all the other people in the medical fields, even the pharmacists, when we would go and pick up our prescriptions and try to figure out, okay, what do we do now? They always seem to have an answer and words of comfort. So that's what you're facing now. Yeah, you'll be dealing with COVID-19, but there are so many other illnesses out there that you'll also tackle. And it's nice to know that there are dedicated, smart, and willing people who will go out there and do this. We here at Fox 16, we've been recognizing people who are on the front lines and calling them heroes, which you are. But I know at the end of the day, you go home to your families, your friends, your own communities, and you wonder and you hope that you're okay so that you can go back another day and fight this fight. Well, thank you for that. Thank you for all that you do and really making a difference. And once again, I commend you. I congratulate you. This is the beginning of something incredible. And one of these days, you'll be able to tell people the story of COVID-19 and beyond. Thank you for all that you do. God bless you.
Greetings. My name is Dr. Lakesha Butler, and I am the president of the National Pharmaceutical Association. It brings me great pleasure to offer congratulations to all of you graduates of healthcare professional programs, and especially pharmacy graduates. I remember the day that I graduated from pharmacy school, which was 15 years ago, and I remember feeling scared and excited, which is a term my daughter calls skited. And that's okay. You have been well equipped with the knowledge and experiences to go forth and be great. I encourage you to never stop growing and developing, both professionally and personally. Remember that you chose a profession that serves those in need. We need you more than ever to step up and push the profession forward while impacting those patients and communities in need. I look forward to hearing about all the great things that you will accomplish. Welcome to the profession. I wish you much success. Congratulations.
Congratulations, UAMS class of 2020. I so much enjoyed visiting your campus in February and meeting your leadership and some students along with faculty and staff. I also greatly appreciated becoming a Arkansas traveler. So wonderful. So I've been asked to provide some brief words of wisdom. I would really want to emphasize and share with you what's been critical and really important of my career advancement. And I would say join your national professional organization. The National Medical Association for me has really served as a focus of source of inspiration. I developed a network of national mentors. So I know people talk about all the time the value of mentorship, and that is true. You will come to forks in the road in regards to your career and have to make some decisions that may involve moving across the country or either staying at your particular institution. Having a national network of mentors that you develop through belonging in such national health professional organizations, that has really been critical for me. And as you may know now, I'm president-elect of the National Medical Association, and having the opportunity to serve as a collective voice for over 45,000 African American physicians. And you have right there in Arkansas a wonderful chapter of the National Medical Association with President Lynette White. So that would be my recommendation. And again, congratulations. And I want to say go Bucks, but I can't say go Bucks because that is a Ohio State calling. So is it the Razorback? Yes, go Razorbacks.
Greetings and congratulations. My name is Dr. Martha Ann Dawson, the 13th president of the National Black Nurses Association, leading 114 chapters in 35 states and over 3,000 members. It is an honor, and I welcome you to the world of healthcare, the largest business in the United States. Today is your day, and we celebrate you. We thank your parents, grandparents, siblings, spouses, and friends for supporting your journey to become a healthcare professional. We and the world need you more than ever. The world may appear to be in a state of panic, fear, and chaos. However, I'm reminded that at the edge of chaos, that is when we become the most creative and innovative. Solutions to a better healthcare system is in your hands. As I reflect on the early 80s, during the AIDS and HIV epidemic in the United States, yes, there was fear. However, I am reminded of all the advances made in the space of quality and safety, such as safe needles, hand washing gel, better personal protective equipment, and many of the OSHA guidelines that we're using today emerged during that period. In 2002, as a young administrator, I was a contributing author to the drive-through flu shot, a manual-owned mask immunization, a process that was adopted by the CDC. It is the model that we're using today during mass testing for the COVID-19 pandemic. Therefore, I encourage each of you to embrace your new reality, live your legacy, define your destiny, and create a healthier world for mankind. Again, congratulations. And I know we're in good hands. You got this. You are the class of 2020, the COVID-19 pandemic. You are our future, and we are dependent on you, and you can depend on us. So God bless you and enjoy this special occasion.
Best wishes to the graduates of the class of 2020. You, like many of your cohort nationally, have been out of the direct patient care role for the past several weeks because of COVID. Yet, you are about to step into a far more challenging endeavor full on in the ensuing weeks. With so much uncertainty about the nature of this viral illness and risk to loved ones and yourself, the idea of the physician's role in the social contract is being tested in clinical settings everywhere. Education in the time of COVID is being tested for creativity as we strive to understand how to teach all the things we felt were essential prior to COVID's onslaught, yet manage to care for an increasing number of patients stricken with the virus. However disruptive COVID has been to our educational mission, we have also observed how its initial impact has disproportionately had a devastating impact on minority communities. Many thought leaders predicted that COVID would have a disparate impact there because the risk factors associated with worsened COVID outcomes were precisely those that plague our community. They were right. By the time demographically stratified data on incidence and mortality for COVID by district were finally released, hotspots like Michigan and Chicago had already shown their grim statistics on the impact of the disease in Black and Latinx communities. Many speculated as to why there were differences. Several popular theories invoked non-existent inherent biological differences between individuals of different races as a cause. Such tactics have been used in the history of this country since its inception for other racist explications used to justify mistreatment of marginalized groups such as the enslaved. It is set in the groundwork, and it has set the groundwork for the empathy gap that persists to this day. Others have more reasonably related the disproportion of COVID deaths to the underlying racial and ethnic health disparities that already existed in America and the increasingly recognized social determinants of health. Inequity in economic and vocational roles in society, education and housing inequity, food and transportation deserts, safety concerns, and a host of other factors. The concept of how stress impacts health developed in the pediatric literature as adverse childhood events and in other disciplines as trauma-informed care, and they link the stressors in everyday life to the poorer health outcomes we observe. The concept of weathering was invoked in a perspective piece contributed last week to the New England Journal of Medicine. It cautions us not to fall into the trap of accepting a rationale without considering the broader context. However, as you celebrate the culmination of your initial training in medicine and embark upon your own paths in GME, I'm reminded of the wisdom of one of my favorite poets, Ogden Nash. He was known for short, pithy poems that had great insight. I think this one is well suited to the occasion and is entitled Old Dr. Valentine to His Son. It's 4 lines. Your hopeless patients will live. Your healthy patients will die. I have only this word to give: wonder, and find out why. Maintain that sense of wonderment that drove many of you into your love of the sciences, physical, biological, and social. Apply a humanistic lens to all that you do that's appreciative of difference and embraces inclusivity. Ask deep reflective questions of yourself about the things you accept daily as true. Find out why. I suspect a number of you here today will contribute meaningfully to the discovery of solutions that will counteract the pandemic. And whether it's in a laboratory or with a family in an ICU or in a clinic, in all the work you do, please do your best to serve and uplift your community. Always bring along the next generation, break down the empathy gaps, and always, but always strive to do the very best for all patients. Thank you. This is Bill McDade from the ACGME.